What's up? Chilling out on Saturday night weekend. Uploading a pizza video I made. I found a hair on the pizza I was eating in the last video, and I threw the rest of it away because I wasn't eating that. That's nasty. How you cool cobras doing? The pizza itself was delicious, but when I saw the hair on it, I was just like, nope. I managed not to eat any of the slices with it, thankfully. But I threw the rest of the pizza away as soon as I found out and saw that there was a hair on it. That's gross. That's happened to me twice in the last couple of weeks from different pizza chains. Not gonna say which ones, but y'all gotta get that shit together. One of them was definitely the one I'm reviewing. Fucking gross. Get your shit together. So,
I've lost 13 pounds so far, and I'm only on week 5. I've been
good for you.
If that sound doesn't drive you nuts, I don't know what will. Starting the coffee with chopsticks using the
Yes. Why are marriage jokes funny?
vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I
am King Cobra JFS, and this is a glass full of Mountain Dew. I ordered a stuffed crust pizza that had a hair on it. I was so grossed out, I didn't eat the rest of the pizza. I was just like, nope. I'm not going to fight people on it. I'm not going to ask for my money back or nothing. I'm just going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to them for a while. That's gross. You will see a moment in my Papa John's video where I'm just like, I try to, before I have the chance to, throw it off my pizza, it lands back on the pizza. I'm just like, eh. Then after the video, I'm just like, I'm not eating the rest of this. I don't know, like the hair landed on the other half of the pizza, and I'm like, that's gross. Nope. The Daybreak Show starring George Bruno. Why are marriage jokes funny? Because they just are. Dude, you got some people who've been married for 50, 60 plus years. And they share the funny stories with you of being married for so long as an attempt at a stand-up comedy. I'm pissed about a lot of shit, to be honest, but this is the main one. Might break into the other one if I'm drunk enough. We got some shooters in the fridge, so yes.
The Sultan will get started. Decaf coffee. Not bad, made cowboy coffee style. A little bit of cream, a little bit of honey.
Decaf coffee is like alcohol without the alcohol. It's kind of pointless.
It'll pass. 12 years ago, this was my pipe collection.
I see your pipe collection. I see the one that's like green with the Sherlock bent stem right there on the two in the middle on the top. Nice. I subscribe to George Bruno because he's a pipe smoker and his tactical sub got women to notice me more. This is the current two of pipes that I own in my collection.
Now, multiply that times 10, I'm guessing. Maybe I should do a show on all the pipes that I own. One of the biggest causes for failure is picking the wrong mate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, George Bruno, for telling it like it is. The biggest cause of the dating scene sucking for you personally is picking the wrong mate. I will drink to that. Got a bag of shooters. $99 proof bananas. That'll be enough for the Mountain Dew. I get so tired of women and men blaming each other. Like, women and men go through the same struggles and they refuse to see it. Men are so worried about what other men may think. Oh, don't want Chad to think you're a faggot, otherwise you're not cool enough. Women, you're the same goddamn way. Oh, you don't want Stacy to think you're a slut because that would look bad on your female feminine group. Fuck. 99 proof bananas and Mountain Dew. Want to make some room for it. I've only had like one disagreement with George Bruno. That's neither here nor there at the moment. Why are marriage jokes funny? No, it fucking kills me because it's just like you see male and female comedians making jokes about their marriage, and you're just like, yep. screw that up with the wand.
Conversely, this is what you're not going to hear from most guys on YouTube, is conversely, having the right mate can be a game changer for the good.
Thank you. Think about this. Bill Barr said it. You find yourself a woman who irritates the crap out of you in all those little ways, and you found happiness. Bill Barr is a funny comedian, but I just fucking agree. The fact that you can't find a woman that makes you happy, and really, like, if you're irritated by little things, like Bill Barr said, the way she eats toast, then you're impossible to date. That's just the truth. And the problem isn't the women. Eventually, the problem is you. You find a dating partner that has everything in common with you to a point. It's not exactly the same, but it's enough to keep the interest alive. These women who are just like, oh, I would never date him. He's like a kid brother. The dude's older than you, and the only reason you're saying that is because he's got autism. I'm kind of like, why would you want to marry someone that irritates the crap out of you? You think their mother's a cunt just so you can have that typical marriage. No, stop it. You get along with their mother-in-law. You get along with your wife's mother, which is a rarity in most marriages. I still uploaded the Papa John's food review that I was doing. The slices that had the hair on it, I was just like, nope. Ate like half the pizza and threw the other half away. I was just like, I'm not doing this. This is fucking gross. That there was hair on it. Ugh. But ain't that the truth, YouTube? Never date someone you can't get along with, let alone you can't get along with their parents. No, that's what kills me about people's stupidity. You're trying to date someone, your parents hate them, all your friends hate them. So the first thing you think is, oh yeah, I'm gonna date them. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're a stupid motherfucker. You need to be slapped in the face repeatedly. You're going through that phase that everyone, both men and women, go through. That phase of you gotta date stupid assholes who don't appreciate you. You could just say to yourself, I want to bypass that bullshit. But you can't tell who's going to be an asshole in the dating scene and who's going to be one of the nice guys. This nice guys finish last. Bullshit. Women, don't fucking sit there and say you want men to respect you and treat you like ladies and then bitch because you want an asshole and he treats you like shit. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry, you just can't. That's logic. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm not trying to attack women. You can't have it both ways, ladies. You can't sit there and say you want an asshole to treat you like shit just so you have something to bitch about. And then when you bitch about it, no one's going to take you seriously because you're digging your own grave. Mountain Dew with a 99 proof banana shot. That's what's doing it. Yes. I'm gonna take a quick shower and go hang out with friends after this video, but I figured I'd stop and just hang out for a bit. Started getting a little sleepy on my last stream. I didn't mean to do that. Yes. People up the old cell phone. Terrence Pop says you're beyond help. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. And even if it's whatever. Sir, could you please do a video on King Cobra JFS? He is a cringy low cow incel who's depressed. Your videos and makes tons of videos where he just blah 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 shit talking about that. Well, he is beyond help. Fucking incels are gonna be a simp. Yeah, people will talk as much shit as they can. You just gotta be like block, delete, ignore. Potion cup is being washed. That's what's up. You see a fucking hate comment or text, just block, delete, ignore. People will try anything they can to get a reaction. And just ignore it, dude. After I get done responding to all these text messages, i.e. not responding, people really need to get a fucking life. I already blocked that person. Hurricane Ida's already happened. I'm not stupid. Put the phone on airplane mode.
I choose to be the guy that talks about the game changing, not the doomsaying.
Mm-hmm. George Bruno, thank you. Choose to be the guy that says, hey, this is the problem, this is the bullshit. Not the guy that's whining about his dry spell like every other single chick in the bar. Stop that shit. When women and men start sounding exactly the same, why can't I find someone decent? "99 proof bananas and Mountain Dew, yes."
But my head isn't in the dirt either. How is your picker doing? Picking the wrong mate. It's not just women that are the problem. Many are. But how you pick. Why do you pick the wrong ones?
There's a number of reasons why people pick the wrong ones. They're simply unaware. That's hard to spot an asshole when you first start dating. Or you're one of those dudes / chicks that just attracts assholes.
Why is that? And then you get into trouble. Then you blame it on women.
Yeah, women and men get in trouble on the dating scene, and the first thing they do is blame the opposite sex. Pisses me off. Why is it that when women are in trouble, they blame men, and when men are in trouble, they blame women? Fuck out of here. Okay.
Oh, foolish one. Oh, foolish YouTubers. Oh, foolish YouTube content creators that say it's only women that are the problem.
Mm-hmm. Women and men are both the problem. And I'm just like, nope. Dating sucks because women and men are both the problem.
or just break the balls of men. Interesting. So nobody measures up except men who choose to go their own way. That's it. That is it. That's the only guy that measures up. Women suck, and men who choose women suck because they're blue pill or they're beta males or something. God, you don't like anybody, do you? Interesting. Do you ever notice that the people who don't like anybody are not very likable?
That's the goddamn truth. People who do not like other people are usually pretty unlikable in themselves. You're not going to like everyone you meet. But if you genuinely hate people, then maybe you're an unlikable person and you just don't realize it. I disagreed with the way George Bruno talked about Black Lives Matter. And yeah, I'm not going to get into that with this video. I support BLM. If you want to see a rant on that, hit the like button. But ain't that the truth, George Bruno? Ain't that the goddamn truth? You don't like people, that's probably because people don't like you. You're an unlikable piece of shit asshole person, and you blame everyone else for your problems. That sounds awfully familiar for a lot of people, doesn't it? Imagine that. You're a piece of shit that nobody wants to hang around. Wow.
Just a question. Here's a quote from the movie, the 1957 movie, An Affair to Remember.
An Affair to Remember, the 1957 movie. I got a joke. What do you call it when two zombies cheat on each other? The final affair. Because when you die, you're getting your final affairs in order. And when you cheat on people, it's called having an affair. It was a really shitty funeral home joke, if you will. But I went for it. Not a affair to remember. I don't like how movies do that. They glamorize cheating and affairs. Every fucking trashy reality show is the same. Like, oh look, a bunch of slutty drunk chicks and a bunch of fuck boys. What could go wrong? Fucking stupid ass flies. Have to bust out the Barbasol gun. That's what I get for leaving my window open.
Everything comes too easily to him. He's always attracted by the art he isn't practicing, the place he hasn't been, and the girl he hasn't met.
What? He's attracted to the places he hasn't been to, the chicks he hasn't seen, and the art he's not practicing. What? The art of seduction? Can you seduce a woman with your worst traits? Like, look at me. I'm bald. I have Asperger's. I have a bunch of asshole trolls who follow me on YouTube. Can you seduce women despite having your worst traits? If the answer is yes, then quit bitching because you're single. It took off before I could take the shot. You motherfucker.
Wow. Does that remind you of anybody in your life? Does it remind you of you? It was a good movie. If you get a chance, watch it this weekend. You know, you might have to go back 50, 60, 70 years to find a good movie sometimes. And they're easy to find. They're easy to find. I did see the movie Three Identical Strangers. All I can say is, holy cow. Just see it. I'm not going to say any more. And then get back to me and let me know what you thought of the movie. So there's two movies that I'm recommending for the weekend. First one is An Affair to Remember. Second one is Three Identical Strangers. Those two movies will not waste your time. So some people think I'm a real prick about alcohol abuse. Let me just...
Yes. You want to call me a prick about alcohol abuse? That's because you know I'm right. Everyone's got their fix. Even if you don't excessively drink. Maybe you're a photographer, you're a stamp collector. Everyone's got stuff that relieves their stress. Even if their stress relief is technically not bad for their health, it's still a form of stress relief. Therefore, you are a hypocrite. You want to give me shit about drinking a couple beers to relieve stress while you stamp collect? You're wasting your money just like I am. And people look at you like, I don't want to hang around that person. Person who drinks too much versus the person who does stamp collecting. Okay. I'm exaggerating, of course, but everyone does stuff to relieve stress. And it pisses me off because it's like, oh, you drink alcohol to relieve your stress. You're an alcoholic. Even if you have like 2 beers almost every other day, you could be the most modest of alcoholics. And people still look at you like you're an alcoholic. I use the word alcoholic loosely, of course, because it's all bullshit labels to label people. Terrence Popp said it best. I have problems, therefore I drink. You ever have one of those days where you're just like, nothing goes your way? And you're just sitting there going, fuck. Nothing's going your way. And you are pissed about everything. You're just like, well, fucking son of a bitch. Of course you're gonna cuss and be pissed off about the situation.
Just to share some information. Why? These are deaths from alcohol abuse. China, 709,000. India,
Jesus Christ.
332,000. Russia, 223,000. Brazil, 97,000. United States, 90,000. Vietnam, 79. Ukraine, 78. Germany, 62. Mexico, 49. France, 52. I don't want to bore you with the numbers, but globally, alcohol is directly responsible for the deaths of a lot of people, whether it be they drink themselves to death or they get drunk and do something stupid, or it complicates other things.
So don't do stupid shit when you drink alcohol. It's really a no fucking brainer. Be like, you know what? I got a good buzz. If I'm gonna sit here and be alone to my crazy fucking alcoholic-induced thoughts, so be it. I'm tired of fucking alcohol users getting a bad name because of the stupid fucks that are just wanting to hit their wives or go drinking and driving. It's no different for cannabis, to be honest. People are going to be looking at you like, oh, you smoke pot, I bet you're a lazy alcoholic who doesn't do anything. Or you're just lazy and blah, blah. You know, fuck that. So, like, alcohol gets a bad name because people want to do stupid shit when they're drunk. Fuck you.
Creates obesity, diabetes. Think about your alcohol use. Think about it. Is it leading to anything else? Think about the.
I don't think about it, I just do it. Yes. Alcohol abuse can cause all of those things. It just depends on how much of it you abuse.
Things that you currently suffer from in your body. Could you suffer less from that thing if you cut back on alcohol? Change the kind of alcohol
Shout out to Courtney Knight.
that you drink. Stop drinking alcohol. You know, there's a lot. It's not like just go completely dry. You know, it's not drink or nothing. There are different ways of modification there.
Sometimes cold turkey is the only way for people to quit.
Here's some more pictures of alt-right extremists. Be careful when you see them. So the horror. Picking sides from a limited pool of options given to us is
Picking sides when the obvious option is to go independent and to say, fuck Democrats, fuck Republicans, this is my opinion. People are just ecstatic when Joe Biden took office, but now after he's taken office, everyone hates his ass. And I'm just like, where was this crowd 2, 3, 4 months ago when he first took office? The same assholes that were just like, oh, finally, Trump's out of office. Thank God we got a real president. And I'm just over here like, give it a couple months. You'll hate Joe Biden as much as you hate Trump. Just give it a couple seconds. Seconds meaning months.
It's not what awakened people do. There's a difference between the awakened and the woke.
Mm-hmm. Woke-tards. Woke-tards are annoying as shit. They think they know everything because they're so woke. Oh my God, bro, are you woke on this issue? And you're just like, shut the fuck up. Then you got people who are woke on issues like the awakened, like we've been informed and this is how it really is, and holy shit, this person's right. Versus these fucking woke tards who are just like,
Are you awakened or woke? Lady Astor says to Winston Churchill, if I were married to you, I'd put poison in your coffee. Winston Churchill replies, if I were married to you, I would drink it.
yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
It is.
Interesting marriage jokes here. Classic marriage jokes going.
Yes. It's about Winston Churchill. Cigar smoking son of a bitch.
Back before my time, a man interviews a new executive assistant, and she's fabulous. She types lightning fast. She speaks 3 languages. She looks like Diane Lane. I threw that in there.
Yes.
He says, you got the job.
Who the fuck is Diane Lane?
And if you have a really bad driver's license photo, I can show it to my wife. At a party months later, she introduces herself to the wife and says, hi, I'm Tom's new assistant. The wife replies, oh, were you?
No, that's horrible.
Mark Twain said, if you help a starving dog, if you help him prosper, he'll never bite you. This is the principal difference between a man and a dog. Be careful of men. Be careful of other human beings. The reality is, you will get bit somehow.
That is the fucking truth. George Bruno, thank you. You could be one of the nicest people on the planet, but people suck. I need a beer. Link description box below. Get yourself a t-shirt. Washing the potion time glass. That's why you don't see it.
Now, some of your problems in life came from being too willing to be involved with people. A lot of guys in the men's community talk about vetting women. How about vetting men as friends? How's that sound? Christian or not? Oh, you're a Christian? We'll get along well. My biggest fuckovers came from Christians. The biggest of the big fuckovers came from Christian pastors.
Mm-hmm. Even though George Bruno still remains Christian theoretically and religious principle belief, here he is saying the biggest fuckovers he's received are from Christian types. Ain't that some shit?
And ministry leaders. Put that in your Christian pipe and smoke it.
Yes. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I love that expression. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
No wonder people remain individualists. Man, them cicadas are wild today. They were perched all over the back deck today, and I was flinging them. Here's the half plus 7 model of men choosing women. Take a look at this chart, guys and gals.
So you gotta factor in your partner's age, your age, and lower bounds, all this shit.
What are your thoughts about it? So, for instance, a guy like me, 60 years old, half would be 30 years old plus 7 would be 37. So they're saying that the ideal age of a woman for me would be 37 years old.
Yeah, that's bullshit. All that graph is bullshit. As long as she's 18 or older, who cares? Ideally, you want a chick closer to your age. So if you're 67 years old and you're dating an 18-year-old, it's totally legal, but people are going to look at you like, that's just creepy. Looks a lot less creepy if you're like 67, 70 years old, dating a 35, 40-year-old. Looks a lot less creepy, just saying.
I couldn't see myself going younger than that. Maybe 5 years older. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
21 is as low as I go. 21 and up. Old enough to drink and smoke. Old enough to sing in the pink and have a poke. Yes. Now it kills me. Men are so worried about what other men think of them. And women are so worried about what other women think about them. It's the truth. Otherwise, people would behave differently.
I've read some books that say you can take that half plus 7 thing and go 5 years younger or 5 years older. I think there's a lot more factors to it than that. I think you're limiting yourself when it comes to rules. The half a
And whatever happened to just saying, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna date a chick my own goddamn age. Or why do we gotta go fucking 5 years younger or 5 years older? And if you got an older chick who's into you and it just works out, cool. Got a younger chick, it just works out, cool. As long as she's 18 or older, who gives a fuck? If it's consensual, who gives a fuck?
age plus 7 rule. You know, what works for you? What works for you? Everybody's different. Everyone's scenarios are different, but also realize that a lot of people's choices are the result of the cages that they build for themselves. What if you changed? What if something changed in your life? Would you make different rules for yourself? I'm sure you would. What if you're 100 pounds overweight and you lost 100 pounds? You think you'd make different choices when it comes to the opposite sex?
Probably not.
I think you would. What if you were skinny and you started working out and got some muscle? You think you'd make different choices? Probably would.
Probably wouldn't. Sometimes it's hard to break behavioral patterns.
But a lot of people are stuck in prison in their head. I know a guy that lost 170 pounds, but he still thought like a man who was 170 pounds overweight. He literally, when he saw himself in a mirror or reflection in a window, he couldn't believe it was him. Literally, his first thought was, who is that? Interesting study, right? Comedian Lewis Black talks about us as kids taking cover under little wooden desks in case of a nuclear war. He said at that moment, he knew he'd never trust an authority figure again.
Yes.
Some comments were, right now, he is about as woke as can be. It made for good comedy, but I guess his comedy isn't real congruent, is it, in his practice? But I totally get that, never trusting an authority figure. I have a friend who wants to sell me a Yamaha DT125 MX, like an on-off road motocross bike, which I love. Here's the issue, is that it used to be, prior to 1974, it was just an off-road bike. And I guess in 74 they put lights on it. And literally, I read an article that said, to please the feds, to please the government, they put turn signals on it and lights. That was written back in 1974, 75. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, to please the feds. What are you doing right now to please the feds? What are you doing right now to please the government? You know, the government is of the people, by the people, for the people. It's not supposed to be separate from you, but you're acting like it is. When you are afraid of the government, it's called tyranny. When the government is afraid of you, it's called freedom. Are you living under tyranny right now? Or are you appeasing the government right now? A lot of you think the government is smarter than you. Think about it. The government told me as a little boy up to about 1966, 67, that Russia could push the button and we'd all be in flames. The Cold War, this nuclear tension between the countries. Guess what? The response was these drills. An alarm would go off in school and we would go under our desks. Under our desks in case of a nuclear war. Like a little wooden desk would save you. That was the government's recommendation to something that could kill you. Here we are 60 years later, literally 60 years later. What is the government telling you to do that's a little bit off right now? Just asking. Every man who's ever had a woman knows what a thermostat war is. It's not very long before you have a thermostat war. When the honeymoon is over, whether it be dating or shacking up or marriage or whatever, you will have a thermostat war. I say that the thermostat war probably starts happening by the second or third time you're together. Whether it be the actual thermostat itself on the wall or the number of blankets on the bed, one or the other. I love this old joke. If it wasn't for marriage, golf would never have been invented. Men need something else other than their wife or a woman. Even women know this. Reminds me of the gal that started dating a guy, and after a couple months, he said, "You're my everything." You know what her response to that was? That kind of creeps me out. If it wasn't for marriage, golf would never have been invented. Same thing with cigar lounges, men's clubs. Men need something else other than their wife or a woman, a girlfriend. Women know that. Women know that. How many times does a woman think about a man, her man, I just want him to get out of the house? Not because she's sick of him, but because she knows it's good for him to have his own interests. That's important. What do you belong to? What gets you out of the house without your woman? I know guys that get motorcycles and will only have a motorcycle with a seat for two people. Show me a guy who's got a solo seat, and I'll show you a guy, a married guy or a guy in a relationship that's got a solo seat. And there's a guy that's a little bit based. Now, I do love riding two-up, I will admit. It's fun. A Sunday afternoon tearing around Upper Bucks County, going to New Hope, going down River Road with a woman on the back of the motorcycle. That's fun. It is fun. Definitely. Makes for a great first date. Makes for a great relationship. I don't care if you're together for the first time or you've been together 10, 20, or 30 years. That's fun. Motorcycling is also fun when you're alone. It is an ultimate solo sport. So can we say if it wasn't for marriage, motorcycles would never have been invented? That's a possibility. I saw a t-shirt that said, I take metformin for the diabetes caused by the hydrochlorothiazide I take for high blood pressure, which I got from the Ambien I take for insomnia caused by the Xanax I take for the anxiety that I got from the Wellbutrin I take for chronic fatigue, which I got from the Lipitor I take because I have high cholesterol, because of the healthy diet and exercise with regular chiropractic care and superior nutritional supplements are just too much trouble. What a great t-shirt that is, huh? They lived for a while in a very nice style, but it's always the same in the end. They got a divorce as a matter of course, and they parted the closest of friends. I doubt that. Then the king and the queen went back to the green, but you can never go back there again. Billy Joel, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Great song, 1977. I guess that was before his drama started, right? Didn't he have a pretty ugly divorce with Christy Brinkley? I love Billy Joel, one of the greatest composers in my lifetime. Picture of the pemmican carnivore pucks that I made. I dried the beef till it was hard. You pop in the blender, you take that mix, you put it in bison tallow with a touch of Himalayan salt. When it cools harder than chocolate bar. Super tasty. 3 of those and some water, maybe 4 or 5, and that's a meal. I made my own hot chai, kind of a coffee. I was going to say a coffee alternative. There really is no alternative to coffee. Let's get real. The people who say coffee alternative are misleading. It's really an alternative to coffee. It's another choice. So I take this mix. I'll tell you what's in it. And I made it a couple days ago, and it's magnificent. It's kind of like the product that I used in August. Ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, powdered mushroom mix with 7 different mushrooms in it, Himalayan pink salt, cardamom, cacao powder, nutmeg, and ground black pepper. Now, the proportions I'm still literally experimenting with. You're not going to put in the same amount of Himalayan salt. I literally just put a pinch of salt in the whole thing. And I made literally like a jar of it. What will I do? Next time, I'll probably put more cacao in it and less ginger, a little less turmeric, because it is quite yellow. The turmeric turns everything very yellow. Cardamom was good, nutmeg was good, cinnamon was good, definitely less ginger. It's going to sting a little more with ginger. I don't want to sting. I like a nice, I just don't want to feel an abundance of anything in the morning. You can, if you have a, if you're looking to get rid of caffeine or decrease the caffeine, you can take a couple tea bags and put them in your coffee grinder and literally grind them up to a very fine powder and put them in there, and you will get a little bit of a caffeine hit as well. That's not bad. Many modern Christians aren't building edifice or sanctuary lovers. And I'm very aware that you can meet in a cave or a cabin and worship, but there's definitely something about meeting in a building that people made sacrifices for centuries ago, believing that they will minister to and comfort their community. I don't have problems with beautiful churches. It's just that beautiful churches can sometimes contain some very unbeautiful people. But what I'm not going to do is throw the church out with the people. I'm not going to do that. You can go to a church, kneel and pray. You can do that anywhere. But going to a church and kneeling and praying is acknowledging God and not acknowledging the unbeautiful people in the church. God knows that. Bro, if you're wondering if she's into you, she's not. Women do make it abundantly clear when they're into you. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you next week on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason. And don't forget to join me on Patreon. Well, if that sound doesn't drive you nuts, I don't know what will. Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard.
But then this happened, YouTube.
I really just want to motorboat her tits. Maybe I'll put that on OnlyFans.
So who cares? Why not do your own thing and let them say what they want?
Hey guys.
Oh, goodness gracious. What do we have here? Tara Babcock has a sex doll. Fucking gross. I get it, Tara Babcock's bisexual and she does sex toy reviews, but come on. Sex dolls are so gross. Sex is gross in general. Let's be real. For all the fucking complaining that people do about dating, it's like, why do you fucking date then? No, that's the goddamn truth. Fuck dating and fuck the human race for the most part. Like, y'all a bunch of fucking assholes. Just kidding on the fuck the human race part, but y'all are fucked off regardless.
Here with my friend Yvonne. Say hi, Yvonne. Got you guys. She's not a real person. Well,
Could have guessed that a mile away.
very much looks and feels like a real person. Today we are going to be talking about the Zelex doll.
No. Okay, so the sex doll that she has doesn't even suck cock. And the wig is interchangeable. I'm like, first of all, no. Second of all, no. Sex dolls are gross. If you can't get laid and you settle for a sex doll just for someone to cuddle with, you're a weak piece of shit pussy who doesn't deserve companionship. Come to think about it, if you get a sex doll because you can't get laid, you don't deserve companionship, period. Regardless if you have a sex doll or not. I don't even care if my fans are like, Cobra, here's the money for a gothic sex doll. We want you to customize your own sex doll and do her up with your merch. I would donate the money to charity and be like, no, thank you. Fucking sex is gross. No, but when you, and I'm not trying to be pissed off at Tara Babcock here, but when you hear Tara Babcock talk about how curvy and muscular her waist is and how jiggly and big her tits are, you just think, okay, if a man talked like this about his sex doll, people would call you a fucking creep.
Amanda and Yvonne. We have Yvonne as well, but Yvonne's basically just like a different head for a different feel. How have you guys been doing? I am very excited to announce that I have partnered with Zelex. Zelex is sponsoring this video, so thank you so much for sponsoring the video, Zelex. And
Okay, you know what kills me about this is Tara Babcock is a smoking hot chick with some big titties. So for her to get companionship, it's not exactly that hard. Sex dolls are created for losers who can't get laid. And maybe people who are too picky. But no, sex dolls are created for gross, retard losers who can't get laid and maintain a healthy relationship. So when you're like, oh, Tara Babcock wants a sex doll, you're just like, that's fucking hilarious. If you follow Tara Babcock on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This chick, it's a hot blonde with some big titties, who's pretty much down for a lot of kinky shit. I don't know what she's completely down with or what she's not. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of my attitude, is if you can't get laid, then say sex is gross and move on with your life. Just completely eliminate the want for it. When you think about how many sick fucks get sexually abused and how gross that is, it kind of kills your drive for sex in general if you think about it. That even though you want an of-age girlfriend so badly you can taste it, you don't try anymore because you're like, what's the fucking point? In my circumstance, it's different. I can't speak for everyone else. And I'm not going to get into that because nobody wants to sit here and listen to a pity party. Oh, every chick Cobra's like since the 4th grade has told him no. Let's all feel sorry for him because he has Asperger's. Fuck you. Like, I'm not here to judge. If they're, you know what I'm saying? But this is where it pisses me off on the whole argument. If a man were to get a sex doll and be like, oh my God, you guys, I can't stand real women, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude to be called a fucking pig. Sex is overrated when I can just go on to Chatterbait, find the cutest chick that I want in that moment and be like, I gotta deal with fucking bullshit relationships. It just gets to the point where you're like, you find chicks that would be perfect for you, and they don't want to date you. And at some point, you're just like, fuck the dating scene. Because then they'll sit there and bitch about asshole guys, and then turn around and tell you, you're one of the most decent guys I've ever met, kind of thing. And it's just like, why the fuck are you complaining about not being able to find a decent guy if you think I'm one of the most decent guys in town, kind of thing? And it's fucking frustrating, you two. Like if a hot of-age clean goth chick, if a hot of-age clean chick doesn't necessarily have to be goth, but if a hot of-age chick comes my way and she's clean, we got great chemistry, cool, man. If not, I'm not gonna fucking rush it. I'm getting older and I just don't care about sex anymore. But when you're in your 20s, it's like that's all you can think about: sex, beer. But when you're in your 30s, you're just like, fuck the sex and give me the beer. But all these chicks talk about how much they want me, and it's just like, you expect me to make the first move? That's sexist. Fuck you. I'd rather be a semi-sexual, miserable piece of shit because I can't get laid than be in a fucking relationship with someone I don't appreciate And I'd rather be sexless than be with some creepy, fucking, disgusting, fucking sex doll. Like, ew. Like, no offense to Tara Babcock. I followed her on YouTube because she's kind of hot. We're irrelevant, to be honest. But fuck sex. That shit's gross. You know, the only reason I wear Bond tactical soap is because women like the smell of it, and I like the smell of it. But people have messaged me like, Cobra, thanks to your Bond tactical soap, I've gotten laid. And I'm like, glad to hear it, man. Cool. So at least I'm helping other people get laid. That's better than me getting laid because fuck me, YouTube. I don't want it. I do when I don't. I want to go semi-sexual because I hate being rejected. And I hate the fucking dating scene they're on. But every fucking chick rejects me. And I don't want to go semi-sexual because I have an attraction to of-age females. And I want some of-age pussy, and I want a fucking goddamn girlfriend. But somehow I feel guilty about it because of the way women get treated by scum fuck piece of shit men. At the same time, I don't want it because relationships come with a lot of fucking headache. Like, oh, you could get her pregnant, or she could give you STIs, or whatever else, you know? .99 proof whipped cream. Plus, I'm so fucking tired of everyone telling me you need to get laid. I'm just like, I'll go with sex without sex the rest of my life to prove it's not a need, you piece of shit. Cocksucking cunt, motherfucker. But we're not here to talk about that. No. Tara Babcock got a sex doll, and it's fucking gross. It's fucking. I think all sex toys are gross, to be honest. I don't care who gets them. The fucking sex is gross in general. People are fucking gross. You know how much easier it is to masturbate to a hot of-age chick on Chatterbait than it is to actually go out and get what you want? That might be a little too close to home.
Thank you, even more so, for sending me a full-size companion sex doll because I...
You have Hunter or Jay or whoever the fuck you're with. I don't keep track of that shit. To be honest, that's your life. All this, you know, and Tara Babcock is a cute blonde with some big old titties. And it's just like, why the fuck would you want a sex doll? Honey, you could achieve any girl or any guy that you wanted. Like I said, sex dolls are for losers who can't get laid. And the way I see it, if you can't get laid, then you go without nothing. If you can't get a girlfriend, then fuck the sex doll. And fuck you for existing. And fuck your miserable existence. Fucking drink alcohol and fucking forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't get laid, that's your fault. That's also your dating scene's fault. Fuck love. And fuck people for falling in love. That shit's dumb as shit. Now, if it's gross for a man to get a sex doll, it should be gross for a woman to get a sex doll. But listen to how the way Tara Babcock talks about the sex doll, how she's got nice titties, and how her stomach's fucking curvy and fit. If a man were to talk like this, he would be perceived as a goddamn pig. No offense to Tara Babcock, you know, you're doing your thing, girl. If you want to have a sex doll and you want to have a man on the side, like you want your man to fuck the sex doll while you watch, that's fucking gross and weird and creepy. But okay, that's your kink. As long as it's consensual, who cares? As long as the sex doll's of age, who cares? I want to go without sex the rest of my goddamn life. I don't care. I'm tired of people telling me, you need to get laid. Like, it's not a need, it's a want. Treating sex like it's a need contributes to the rape culture we live in. Prove me wrong. I'm so grossed out by rape and pedophilia and fucking all this other nasty ass shit. People fucking animals or fucking their own family. It's gross. It's enough to turn you off from sex. You know, like the thoughts could be in the back of your head. Like, people actually do that shit. That's so gross. And you're trying to fuck this other chick that's of age and consensual. And you end up losing interest because of how grossed out by the fucking abuse you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth. Then you start thinking, oh, wait, if you're a chick in this situation, you realize your dad has a penis too. So you're fucking the same thing as your dad's got. If you're a dude and you're straight, you realize your mom's got boobs. And you end up just making that really fucked off psychological situation where it's like, nah, and you end up losing interest in sex. No, fuck sex, dude. That shit's gross. Fucking no chick wants to fuck me. I'll just exist for everyone's fucking amusement. That's cool. Fucking Tara Babcock got a sex doll. What the actual flying fuck? They didn't even send you one that could suck cock or has a permanent wig. So it's not entirely realistic on top of it. No, I want of-age pussy. That's preferably not related. but I'm losing interest in getting laid because I haven't had it in so long. And because I hear women and men complain about the dating scene all the fucking time. And I'm just like, well then fucking fine, don't fuck me then. See if I give a shit. No, when you meet a chick that you really want to be with and she's of age and it doesn't happen because circumstances are a fucking bitch, you'll know exactly how I feel. So I'm kind of at that point where it's just like, yeah, you know what? Some of age pussy would be nice, but if it doesn't happen, oh well. No skin off my shoes. Sex is fucking gross. People are fucking gross. I hate kids. I pretty much hate the human race. Because we're all fucking fucked off assholes to each other. You know, I acknowledge that the human race is not entirely responsible for the select few assholes who fucking ruin it for everyone else. But Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, it's only fitting, isn't it? Because all these goddamn trolls fucking sit there and scare off every chick that I date. And it's complete horse crap. Even for the one chick who says, you know what, I want to look past Cobra's issues and give him a chance. And no, it's not good enough. It's not fucking good enough. Anytime that fucking happens, my trolls are just like, oh yeah, even though Cobra's a fucking ugly, balding, autistic, retarded, stupid fucking piece of shit, he has more fucking chance with the ladies than I do. And god damn it, that makes me jealous. That's the only reason the fucking trolls fucking harass the chicks that I like or associate with. No, at the end of the day, I want some of-age pussy that's not real. You know what I'm saying? No one that I know particularly, just a random person. Like any normal, sane person would want. Fuck the Forbidden Four, you dig? I just gotta quit bitching about it and fucking be more patient. But fuck, you know how frustrating this is? When you see a fucking hot blonde who could have any person she wants, just getting handed a free fucking sex doll because she does reviews on sex toys.
Love these things. And this one, I have to tell you, and I am not bullshitting you guys. No one's paying me to say specific nice things about this doll, but this is the highest quality, most realistic doll I have ever seen in person. And I've gone to like ABN. I've had another sex doll before in the past.
Nope. I don't give a fuck how badly you can't get laid. Okay, sex dolls are fucking gross. If you can't get laid, then you go without sex like the rest of us and be a miserable cunt about it. Fuck sex dolls, they're gross. Like, I knew I was getting trolled with Fun Size Felicia. I knew I was getting trolled, so I rolled with it like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with them back. And really, if no chick wants to fuck me, that's their goddamn loss. 3 years without a woman is a long time, but it's helped me in some ways. There are people out there who have never had sex. There are people out there who have lost their other half. So in a sick, twisted way, life has helped me, learned to help me appreciate my dry spell. Jesus Christ, Tara Babcock.
One is just like second to none for realism. And the funniest thing is I keep walking into this room after like doing my makeup and setting up the filming area, and I literally get like like scared because I know no one is supposed to be here, but then there's a girl sitting on my couch. Like, that's how much my brain is telling me that there's someone else in the house. And I'm not even talking like she just looks kind of real, but she feels real. Like, I know there's TOS involved with YouTube, but look at this. Look at that jiggle. I sat her on the couch, and as she plopped it,
Yes, but this is where we have the issue. Some nerdy, scrawny fuck who makes a decent income, but he's not quite 6 feet tall. He's fat and no muscles. He's got a tiny cock. Sitting there going, he wants a girlfriend. What's the goddamn truth? Like Tara Babcock, no offense, honey, but you're an attractive female with big tits. You could basically have any chick that you wanted or any dude that you wanted. And it's just like what your boyfriend watches while you fuck the sex doll. That's fucking weird. It's gross and it's weird. I'm not here to judge as long as you and your boyfriend are of age. That's y'all's kink. But outside of that, I still think it's gross. And you know what? Fuck all the cons telling me I need to get laid. You want to sexually objectify a woman's body like that? Because that's exactly what you're doing. When you sit there and say, oh, Cobra needs to get laid. Excuse me? Sex is not a need. It's a want. And when you hear about all the things Tara Babcock wanted in her videos, all the things she did for her past lover, and how she didn't feel satisfied. She did all the things to please a man, thinking this would make her happy, and we didn't do quite enough to make her happy. Well, look what happened. She went after Hunter now. It's the fucking truth. But the only reason they sent Tara Babcock a fucking disgusting ass sex doll is because she does reviews of these disgusting sex toys. I get grossed out when I masturbate, to be honest. It's getting to that point. Or even when I want of age female companionship and a girl to cuddle with, like any other normal heterosexual 30-year-old male, I hate myself for it because of the way women get treated. Because men are the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. And because I hate being rejected by women and I hate the way women get treated, so I'm just like, you know what? I'll reject the idea of love in general. That way I don't gotta face rejection or feel guilty about it when women get treated like shit because it's not my fault. If I go out of my way to treat women with respect and treat them like human beings, then you can't say all men are the same and that all we are is just thirsty animals. All we are is thirsty for pussy. And fuck you, I'm thirsty for alcohol. Like, I want to go semi-sexual, but at the end of the day, I'm heterosexual for of-age women. I can't fight it, and the more I fight it, the worse it gets. And it's so fucking frustrating. I wish I could just turn off that part of my brain. Like, I could take a break from dating, but that thought in the back of my mind is always going to linger. And if you haven't had pussy in 3 years, 3 goddamn years, I think the last thing you're going to want to hear is, you need to get laid. Fuck off. To be reminded of why you're depressed. Like the sex doll I would get if I had the money would be like female, of age, and $3,000 just to cover the cost of shipping and everything. So one, I don't got that kind of money. And two, it's just like, oh hey, if a man made the comments that Tara Babcock's about to make about the sex doll, it'd be a different story, y'all.
Down, she jiggled as if she had my tits. Like, that's how fucking crazy it is. If you look up really close.
Oh, she jiggles like she would have your tits. And well, yeah, you know, if you follow Tara Babcock, I have her naked photos on my desktop. Yeah, Tara Babcock's got a fucking gorgeous pair of titties. Good lord. Like, it gets to the point where it's just like, if they're big enough for me to grab a handful and squeeze on, I'm happy. They don't have to be like Tara Babcock size for me to be happy. Jesus Christ. Like, if your titties are big enough for me to grab a handful and be like, oh, squishy, good, of age goodness, yes. Then fuck yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I'm aware of the fact coming upon my 4 years without sex. It is what it is. Who fucking cares? There are more important things. No, and you know what kills me about being a dude? Is eventually you lose interest in getting laid. And your dick no longer gets hard. And all you do is bitch and complain because you want sex, but you've lost interest in it and your dick no longer gets hard. That's just the curse of being an older gentleman. So, like, what's the point of chasing it now just so you can be like, oh, when I was a young whippersnapper. I'm not gonna try anything, dude. If a chick likes me, that's cool. Then make an effort to show me, like, you know. I'm not gonna go out of my way to fucking ask a chick out just so she can turn around and say, oh my god, you rapist. Like, what? Fuck rape. All I wanted to do was take you out for a nice steak dinner. Where is this rape bullshit coming from?
I'm going to insert some B-roll here, obviously. You can see that she actually has extremely realistic veins under the skin that really look like she has skin over the top of flowing red-blooded veins. It's crazy. She has nice little, very subtle, this is fun to do, veins on her boobs.
Fun to do, yeah, no.
She has one on her leg. And it's cool because when you look really close up to the skin, it looks a lot like real skin. Like, for instance, you know how like a girl looks perfect from far away, like she does, and then you look.
Yeah, I don't care how realistic they make female sex dolls. Can they insert a nagging feature? Look, you can make her look like a woman, but can you make her act like one? That's the fucking truth. That's probably why men get sex dolls. All the fun of females with none of the nagging. The only thing that sucks about sex dolls is she can't unbutton your pants, undo your belt with her own hands, and then delicately pull your cock out and start giving you a fucking hand job, a titty fuck, or a blow job like, yes. So outside of that, it's pretty much the fun of all what women have to offer with none of the bullshit. And that could be why Tara Babcock likes the sex doll too. It's just like, not because the company that made it is totally sponsoring the video, but it's like even she knows. And if I lose interest in sex, that's cool. No judgment here. It may take a couple years of not getting laid for that to happen. For my body naturally just says, you ain't getting it, lose interest in it. And becoming asexual or semi-sexual can happen when you're going through a dry spell. That's just part of nature. And if it does happen, it's not the end of the world. At least if you got to try sex before you lost interest in it, at least you got to try it. There are people out there who have never had sex, and then they just lose interest altogether because, life sucks, balls.
Really, really, really up close, and you can see that there's like a freckle here and there, and there's like an indent.
Oh, this is just fun to do. As she's sitting there making the boobs jiggle. No. I'm straight for of-age women, but that's just no. Sex dolls are fucking gross. That's just how I feel. If I can't get laid, if I can't find a girlfriend, and I'd rather have nothing at all and jack off to an of-age real chick on Chatterbait. If I can't get laid, then fuck the sex doll. I don't deserve it. That's just how I feel. But like you think, okay, you have a sex doll, you have a hard time getting laid. Women piss you off. You want all the benefits of women minus the bullshit. Until they can create a sex doll that can like physically undo your pants and zipper and pull your cock out like the real thing and start going to town, then it's not 100% realistic. No, the only reason you get a sex doll is because you're a fucking retarded loser who can't get a real girl to cuddle with. Wham! So if you can't get a real girlfriend to cuddle with, you say fuck dating and you keep doing your thing. Fucking Tara Babcock. I'm not here to judge Tara Babcock. But, this is just a bit weird. That's all I'm saying.
In the neck.
And, like, fuck the sex doll. That's gross.
And there's, like, a little bit of, like, just spray tan look going on. She literally looks like a real girl. Like, if I took just a picture of her titties and posted it to my OnlyFans, people would be like, did you get another boob job? Because those look like real titties. That's not the exact words they would say, but something to that effect. So before we go any further, we're going to talk more about her features and everything that she comes with, because I just love reviewing sex dolls like this, and I'm so excited about it. I think...
How many times are you going to hear a chick say she loves reviewing sex dolls? Like, Jesus Christ. Nope. I support what Tara Babcock does. You want to be sexually open about your lifestyle. As long as it's of age and consensual, I don't care. But sex dolls are fucking gross. Sex is fucking gross. Look, that's kind of my response. Like, a lot of chicks talk about how much they want me, but they won't make the first move. If I try to make the first move, I get perceived as a rapist. Fuck you. Fucking Tara Babcock, dude. I'm trying not to laugh at this shit, but god damn it. Fucking Tara Babcock, dude. No, this is just weird.
Think that her and I are going to have some fun. But I do want to let you guys know that if you want to get 10% off any of the dolls on Zelex's website, you can send your email to contact@zelexdoll.com. I'll put all of that stuff in the description so you don't have to remember what I just said, and maybe I'll even put it on the screen. But you email them and you mention me and that you want 10% off, and you can go ahead and get 10% off one of these super hyper realistic companion dolls.
No.
Swear to God, this is what's going to replace me in a few years. It's not going to be
the fact that you even just said it. This is what's going to replace me in a couple years. Jesus Christ, woman! I don't care how realistic these sex dolls get. They are not as good as the real thing. Granted, they're not as frustrating as the real thing, but they're also not as good as the real thing. So it's kind of a trade-off situation.
some 20-year-old fertile bombshell when I'm in my 50s. It's going to be something like this. And when I look at her face, she has pores on her nose. Her eyebrows are actually hair. She has delicate, nice natural makeup, but it makes it look like she's naturally beautiful. She can come with different wigs. I have the black one, which is what Amanda is supposed to wear, but I just like the blonde one with the braids so much. And something fun that she comes with is elf ears. She actually comes with elf ears. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, fucking amazing. They make sex dolls where you can permanently implant the wig, so you don't gotta change wigs. They're more expensive.
I wish I could show you her entire body and show you everything, but she's so shiny and soft. Like, I love how soft girls are. Have you guys ever, like, hugged a bunch of guys, or just been a guy, I guess, and then you, like, hug a girl and you're like, oh my God, you're so small and soft. It just feels so nice, so feminine, all that estrogen. Well, Amanda here looks and feels like she has the most estrogen. I don't know if that's actually a good thing, if she had like an imbalance of estrogen, if it would make her softer or rougher. Who the fuck knows?
What the fuck?
No, she has perfect skin, perfect tits, nice little curvy body, and
you know what kills me about this crap is how many fucking women I've heard complain about these female sex dolls setting unrealistic expectations for women everywhere. But they have male sex dolls with a dick that never gets soft. Pretty much creating the same goddamn double standard. And at the point of hypocrisy, you're just like, wait a second. Now I want an of-age female, and I need to be more patient with it. But instead of being aggressive or pissed off because I don't have it, I tend to reject the idea of it. Shows you what kind of man I am. Some men get pissed off, angry, and aggressive when they're not getting laid. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is up your ass? Why are you so crabby? Oh, you need a bitch to suck your dick? Well, Jesus Christ, take it out on the rest of the world, why don't you? It's the fucking truth. And, I try to challenge that anger and frustration from being single into something productive, like changing the dating scene for the better.
the cool thing about her, there's some other features here. She's extremely mobile. Like, you can move every part of her body like this, just like you can move a human. It's fucking crazy. Like, she moves anywhere that a joint would move on a human. She will also move, which is really cool. So I have her like holding herself up here on the couch with her knees bent. And originally she was in a box just like sprawled out. You can move her hips. Her ass is extremely firm and also big. I will show you all of the details up close, of course. Her head moves back and forth. Her neck moves back. So much articulation in this doll, and I just can't stop staring at her. Like, her eyes almost look real. It's so crazy. And these dolls, they come from Asia, so they have a little bit of an Asian girl look. Like, even though this is supposed to be like the European model, she does
Stop!
look a little more on the Asian side, kind of like when you're creating a character in Dark Souls. It's really hard to get away from some of the.
Hey, I can't watch. I've seen this entire video, and I'm just like, hey man, Tara Babcock, girl, you're doing your thing. That's cool. No judgment here. It's a little weird, you too. I'm just saying. watching chat fly by like. I'm just fine, to be honest. And when people are sitting there fucking talking all this shit like, oh my god, Terrence Pop, he watches your videos. Trying to make me look like a fucking psychopath, piece of shit, this and that, whatever. Fuck the haters, dude. They're a bunch of sad, miserable fucks. Wouldn't put it past my trolls to harass Terrence Pop just because I watch his videos. When? Stop pouting. I'm not pouting, dude. I'm just sitting here watching chat. Stop fucking trolling, you cunt. No, finish my drink and end the stream. Like I said, not here to judge Cherub Babcock, man, but y'all have a good one. Catch you on the next one.